4. That is the number of Warriors players that just outscored Steph Curry in their win over the Grizzlies. And we all know what this means. Stephen Curry is finally washed. Yeah, unfortunately for fans of 29 other teams, that's not what it means. It means something much more important. This is the new look Golden State Warriors, a Warriors team capable of beating the Grizzlies without Steph Curry needing to score 30 points. Instead, getting big performances from the entire team, moving the ball, knocking down threes, playing defense, and rebounding. And there is one guy who has been doing all of those things the entire season. Jonathan Kuminga. Yes, Jonathan Kuminga. Because if there is any reason to believe this team is not the same as last year's team, Jonathan Kuminga has taken his game to a different level, with JK currently averaging 18 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. And that right there is the difference between Kuminga this season and the Kuminga we have seen in the past. It is effort, it is hustle, and it is ball movement. And after an offseason where we heard about JK every day, he is absolutely delivering. Just look at him here, where Post gets the ball in the corner, JK is under the rim, and watch him out-muscle Concha, securing the offensive rebound, before then having the awareness to look up and find Post for the dunk. Or this time where Moody sets the screen for JK to get downhill. He attacks, spins off Concha, and with Jackson Jr. helping over a bit, he kicks it back to Moody for the 3. The old JK probably would have taken that shot, and there's a chance he makes it, but a Moses Moody wide open 3-point shot is a much better play than a spinning, fading mid-range, and that's the difference. He is playing the percentages. Just to emphasize what I mean, watch here where he has the ball in the post, and instead of backing down Jar, he finds Pods, who takes Coward off the dribble for the 2. But if we just rewind that a second, look how that play starts. Watch JK call for Post to set the screen for Pods before making the pass. This is development. We've all seen that countless times Dre and Steph would call for JK to set the screen in that exact situation. Now Kuminga is calling for other players to set the screen and setting his teammates up like it's second nature. Or another play where this time JK has Murray in the post. Jokic goes to the elbow to help, and watch Draymond cut, and Kuminga recognizes the cut, finding him for the layup. I know it's only been 4 games, so the numbers will change, but even when you go back to preseason, his last 2 games of preseason, he averaged 5 assists as well. We've all watched Jonathan Kuminga his entire career. We know what he's capable of, particularly as a scorer, but it is so obvious he is reading the game at a much higher level than ever before. I mean, all of those clips, and I didn't even show you a single clip of Jonathan Kuminga's scoring, but he's also been more efficient than ever. He's knocking down threes, he's been aggressive, he's been cutting smartly, and he's been doing this as well.
Here's Kuminga, zigzag dribble into the paint.
We always knew JK could score, but the fact he's improved his scoring on top of everything else he's doing is just the cherry on top. And this is just a more dangerous version of the Golden State Warriors with Jonathan Kuminga playing this way. Let me stop you guys right there. How many active subscriptions do you have? 5? 10? 15? Do you even know? Because I'll be honest, I don't know. And that's not a good thing. But that's where today's sponsor, Rocket Money, can help you. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you keep control of your subscriptions and your overall finances. If you want to save for that car, Rocket Money can help. If you want to save for that overseas trip, Rocket Money can help. If you want to save to watch Steph Curry in person, guess what? Rocket Money can also help, as it tracks your spending across accounts and then creates custom budgets and automates savings all in one place. I only recently discovered I was paying for a subscription for a TV show that I haven't watched in a year. I'm not proud of it, but you could be doing the same thing. So if you want to avoid doing what I did and achieve your financial goals. So you can see Steph Curry in person, or you can buy a house. Personally, I don't know which one's more important, but either way, Rocket Money can help you do just that. And when you scan the QR code or click the link in the description, you can get started with a free trial today. And speaking of new players, you might not have played the last couple of games, but if you wanted any idea why the Golden State Warriors signed Al Horford, if you wanted any idea as to why he is one of the best free agent signings of the entire offseason, look no further than his performance against the Denver Nuggets. 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. But it goes much, much deeper than that. Over his last 10 games versus the Warriors, Nikola Jokic had averaged 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists per game on 60% from the field. We had all seen him dominate the Warriors for years. That was until he came up against the combination of Al Horford and Draymond Green. And what makes this combination so special is it allows them to do things like this on the final possession of the game, with Al and Draymond switching on the Jokic-Murray pick and roll, with Jokic then forced to get his last shot off against Draymond Green instead of Al Horford. And just the versatility the Warriors now have on defense, where you can go to those double big lineups, and with Kuminga at the 3 and Butler at the 2, the size, the activity you have defensively is massive. And then you have Steph Curry, who makes it work on offense. And offensively, Al isn't just someone who knocks down threes. The reason I said he was a perfect fit for the Warriors is because he knows exactly what to do when he gets the ball. Look no further than the dagger from that game, where Steph draws 2 defenders, he kicks it to Jimmy, who kicks it to Dre, then to Al, and the pump fake before finding Jimmy wide open. And by the way, just the ball movement from the vets on that play. This is what happens when you have 4 Hall of Famers on the floor at once. They can read and react effortlessly, and you are already seeing how perfect Al Horford is for the Warriors. And speaking of being perfect for the Warriors, I think I'm gonna say it every video I make this season until I hear people outside of the Warriors circle actually talking about him: Will Richard. Because a late second round pick should not be able to do this.
Richard going to take a turn on Ja Morant and just pick his pocket.
Yes, in an isolation situation with Ja Morant having space, Will got in a stance and just picked his pocket. And it's not just the defense from Will Richard. He has shown some serious confidence on offense as well. Casually pulling up for 3 in transition in a massive moment like that. Don't expect him to average 10 points a game given how limited his minutes and role will be, but he can knock down threes. He can cut, he can play make. Steve Kerr said it best in practice: Will Richard just knows how to play basketball. And I know people say it's only been 4 games and this is an overreaction with the Warriors being 3-1 and losing against Portland. They've not been perfect, but this is just who the Warriors are. They are a very good team, because we saw it over the last 30 games of the season after they traded for Jimmy Butler, where they won 23 of those 31 games. Then they made good offseason signings, they kept all of their young players, they drafted an absolute steal, and they all had healthy off-seasons. So if the Dubs were already elite with this core, and have now added to the team, I don't think it's an overreaction to say they are one of the top teams in the Western Conference. And I haven't even mentioned how good Stephen Curry has looked, but I think I'll save that for another video. So if you want to see that and more content about the Warriors, consider subscribing. It's free. Dropping a like would be cool. Most importantly, have a great day.